Compare that to Musk's Cybertruck.
Welcome to the Cybertruck unveil.
Built at Gigafactory, Texas using advanced robotics. Stainless steel exoskeleton, steer-by-wire, adaptive suspension. Starting price of US $60,990 for basic AWD. $99,990 for this Cyber Beast, trim almost $100,000.
Yeah. What else can we do with this truck? Let's shoot it. That's a...
Sold with safety and tech certifications missing in the Nigerian build. Yet here, with $200 estimated cost, a young man assembled a beast, not in weeks, but months in sweat and glue. This isn't just about mimicry. It's about hope, pride, and defiance. African inventors, Maxwell Chikumbutso to South Africa's top tech minds, operate under a shadow of neglect, corruption, and, sometimes, deadly risk. Chikumbutso, a Zimbabwean inventor who claimed disruption of physics laws, creating a self-powering device that can power vehicle and other appliances by using radio frequencies, allegedly suffered poisoning so extreme that his health suffered.
We were poisoned at that time. Dr. Teddy didn't make it. He died in January 2017. I survived by the grace of God. So I was always in Zimbabwe and United States of America until HE heard about myself. Then he invited
the president.
The president, yes. Then he invited me to come back and put my base in Zimbabwe. So right now I'm based in Zimbabwe.
And their African government said nothing. The message? Innovate and risk being erased.
So they wanted to arrest him for changing physics.
Yeah, yes. Even when we tried to file a patent, they said we were violating the natural laws of physics. So it's not an industrial applicable. We decided to take the trade secret route after that.
Maxwell Chikumbutso's groundbreaking invention was denied, brushed off as false. And just when we thought the dream of African inventors was dead, a young Nigerian stunned the world by recreating a Cybertruck with his bare hands.
Hello everyone, I want to say a very big thank you to Not for posting my Cybertruck project on his page. I'm Yakkabad, the young Nigerian building the best homemade Cybertruck in Africa. So no just your support and share mean the world. Please follow me here and share this with someone who believe we can build great things here in Africa. Thank you guys.
But now, a haunting question looms. Will they try to discredit this too? Will they claim it never happened, just like they did to Maxwell Chikumbutso? Yakkabad faces the threat of legal crackdowns. Tesla holds patents in vehicle design, chassis engineering, and even Cybertruck branding. In many countries, replicating this could lead to fines or jail time. In Nigeria, laws depend on enforcement and corruption. One misstep, and the project could be seized, dismantled, or worse. Africans are tired of being told they lack capacity. Yakkabad's build shows raw talent, creativity, and the ability to build, not just imitate. Tesla's Cybertruck 2025 models. Base AWD, $69,990, 340-mile range, 0 to 60 in 4.1 S. Cyber Beast, Trimotor $99,990, 320-mile range, 0 to 60 in 2.6 S, 11,000 pounds towing. Built with stainless steel, software, certifications, and government-regulated safety. Yakkabad's truck. Body, scrap steel, no bulletproof plating. Engine, gas or diesel, built manually. Estimated build cost, $200. Lacks tech, safety, emissions, and regulatory compliance. One costs 6 figures and uses intellect and capital. The other costs less than the price tags on Tesla's will cover and uses ingenuity and resilience. Too often, African governments tax, stifle, or ignore local innovators. Why invest in offshore tech labs when underfunded universities and startups right here can build tomorrow's solutions? What if Yakkabad had access to metal workshops, grants, partnerships? He could be solving regional transport issues, not evading prosecution. Africa's stories often focus on destitution, conflict, or exoticism. But what about bravery? Someone building a Cybertruck with scissors, glue, and willpower. Western media loves a rags-to-riches trope, a Nigerian genius discovered by Elon Musk. But what if this hype is a setup? Musk's silence may signal caution or opportunism. A public invite could turn Yakkabad into a tech export asset or a liability. If Musk were to pursue legal action, he'd cite design patents, trademark infringement, and IP violations legitimately. Tesla holds rights globally, and Nigeria is still adapting IP enforcement. Authorities could label it a legal modification. Police or regulatory agencies might impound or arrest, especially if Tesla triggers public safety concerns. The rumor of Musk's invitation is a double-edged sword, a golden ticket to funding, mentorship, and global recognition. A bait-and-switch, a way to spotlight raw talent and then license it out, leaving nothing for the creator or his community. A trap, drawing attention that leads to lawsuits, exploitation, or erasure. Hence, the silence becomes deafening. Much like Yakkabad, Maxwell Chikumbutso defied physics, claiming to produce unlimited power sources. His inventions triggered intrigue and allegedly poisoning. He too faced obscurity, fear, and loss of support. The lesson is clear. African innovators working in isolation often face existential threats from state, corporate, and environmental forces. Despite these challenges, African countries have creative potential. DIY makerspaces in Kenya, Ghana, South Africa. Mobile fintech innovations across West Africa. Nigerian startups tackling logistics, healthcare, agriculture. But real progress depends on creating structures, innovation funds, seed grants for youth inventors, mentorship networks, partnerships with global inventors and engineers, legal safety nets, IP frameworks, patent offices, tech incubators. Until these exist, innovators like Yakkabad remain outliers, brilliant but vulnerable. Will Tesla or Elon Musk break the silence? A public acknowledgement could open doors or doors of legal trouble. Will Nigerian authorities support this or shut it down? Will African tech community rally or just watch? Could this lead to a new wave of garage innovation in Africa? Imagine scrap-built solar panels, drones, mini factories. Could it force African leaders to invest in science education and fabrication labs? If you've watched this video up to this point or you're still tuned in, it means you truly care about the message and support Africa's growth. Please take a moment to subscribe and follow our YouTube community. It shows that you appreciate the effort behind this content and want to see more stories that matter. Let's continue. Yakkabad's truck may never match Tesla's specs, but its existence threatens elite narratives. It dares Africa to say, "We can build, too." And that scares the status quo. In California, a teenager once built a fusion reactor in his garage. In China, entire electric cars are reverse-engineered by curious minds without formal training. In India, school kids in rural villages repurpose broken fans and wires to build irrigation timers and water purification machines. These aren't science fiction tales. They are proof of the global rise of the DIY tech movement, a new wave of hands-on engineers, creators, and fixers changing the world from workshops, bedrooms, and garages. So where is Africa in this revolution? The truth? We've been here all along, just overlooked. Walk through the tech districts of Nairobi, the mechanic zones of ABA, or the fabricators' sheds in Kumasi. You'll find kids building drones from cardboard, solar cookers from mirrors, and bikes powered by scrap engines. These are signs of brilliance without privilege. But while the world celebrates garage innovators in America and Europe, Africans doing the same are often met with mockery, indifference, or worse, legal threats. This must change. Yakkabad's Cybertruck isn't just a symbol of Nigerian pride, it's a signpost. It tells the world, Africa's DIY culture is ready to be recognized. But recognition is not enough. We need investment, legal protection, and most of all, a belief system that sees these kids not as copycats, but as pioneers. Because if other nations are building billion-dollar industries around garage innovation, why not Africa? From ABA to the world, what if Yakkabad got funding? Let's imagine for a moment. What if, tomorrow, Yakkabad received $10,000 in funding, not much by Silicon Valley standards, but life-changing in ABA? What if he had access to a metal fabrication lab, a mentor from MIT, a computer-aided design, CD, suite, and a small team of engineers? What would he build? Would it be a solar-powered rickshaw for rural communities? A lightweight armored vehicle for rescue missions in flood zones? A sustainable car model made entirely from recycled materials? What if instead of worrying about theft or being shut down, Yakkabad had a patent lawyer on speed dial? What if he could showcase at Maker Faire Africa or even TED Global? And then imagine this, a Nigerian-built vehicle rolling out of ABA, scaled for commercial use, sold across West Africa not for status, but for purpose. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when raw talent meets infrastructure. Yakkabad could be the first of many, the spark that starts the fire. Because every city in Africa has a Yakkabad. What they don't have is support, visibility, and investment. If we don't give them that, others will. Passionate minds like David, a Nigerian teenager deeply fascinated by drones, continue to showcase incredible talent and innovation. Yet, despite their potential, they often receive little to no meaningful support from the government, leaving their dreams hanging in the balance.
As a kid, I was fascinated with the flight of birds, and that led me to start researching about, what makes birds fly? So due to my research, I got to know about airplanes, and also got to know about what we call drones, unmanned aerial vehicles. So I was interested in that, and I started doing my study about them.
It wasn't exactly a smooth sail for David. What were the hiccups he encountered?
Well, one of the very first challenges is finance. Many of these drone components are expensive, and because they are not sourced locally, the conversion rates of the currency and many other stuff pose a very, very big challenge in getting all those parts. I'm appealing to the government to recognize the innovators, the indigenous innovators, individuals and organizations, and provide waivers for them so that they will have access to get all these components needed for their research and product development of drone technology.
Global firms are watching, and if Africa doesn't act fast, we risk exporting not just our resources, but our inventors too. Yakkabad's creation is more than just a machine. It's a metaphor for the African struggle for resilience in the face of systemic failure. Where others saw rusted metal and discarded parts,